Trustee Board President, and I have with me tonight some very special guests who came all the way in from the Bay Area. Let's give it up for Sherclop Pones! So tonight our esteemed guests, Griffin Lewis and Jenny Nicholson, have for us a very special treat to watch, so I'm going to let them explain all about it.
This is a little short. I think the program says that we're going to show an episode. I apologize for that. This is only a short. There's some miscommunication going on. But yeah, this is an exclusive Everfree Northwest release. And the circumstances in which we made this was very unfortunate. And as a result, we had to move everything from a hard drive from where I live back to our Karen's house and try to render the video. But lots of files got lost and misplaced, and we ended up having to re-edit it. So it's a little rough, and I apologize for that. But yeah, here it is anyway.
I'm so excited for my 8th bi-weekly Moon Princess Festival. Tonight, I thought I'd wow them with another puppet show.
Or you could raise the moon. When you're doing a puppet show, you can only force your friends and neighbors to watch. But every pony can see the moon.
Good thinking. I'm so smart. Keep up the great work, Twilight.
Right. I brought lots of fruits and vegetables so you can stay healthy. We wouldn't want you to get fatigued.
Wow, Twilight. I wish I had a reptile pet that was as slow and dumb looking as yours.
Oh, me? I'll wear whatever costume I need to, big sister.
My apple just talked, but I don't regret eating it. Twilight, will tonight bring the exciting conclusion to your puppet saga?
I sure hope so.
Oh, Spike, I thought you'd look great in this super emasculating bow tie.
Hot ziggity! I'm finally beautiful on the outside. Now I'm worthy of love.
Pinky, slap him.
Look, every pony, up in the stars.
Made them. Anyway, what was the name of that little dog that follows me around? Rick? Sleeping on the job? Oh, he never fails to disappoint. And now Spike has been punched!
Red alert. Rain cloud, come in, rain cloud. We need your help. Where are you?
Yeah, they're going to race it.
Okay. Hello?
Yay, it's on.
It goes the other way.
We're going to give our talk from behind this screen now. No. Okay.
It's more mysterious.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colts, Sherclop Pones.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Oh.
Sherclop Pones. Okay, really quick before we start, I just wanted to pass on to you guys from the hotel that for those of you standing up in the back, we do have some seats that have not been filled yet. The hotel has asked that you please fill in the seats or please vacate, because this room does have a fire marshal capacity, and we just want to make sure that everybody stays safe and, at least finds a seat. We do have, like I said, we have plenty of seats dotted throughout the crowd, and we actually have a few here. So please just go ahead and spread out a bit. Thank you.
There's one in the front, next to that guy.
Can all the little kids come to the front, please?
So we're going to go ahead and just start with just a general panel for both Griffin and Jenny, and we're going to have Q&A toward the end of the panel. So any pony who wants to talk to Griffin and Jenny or ask them, or perhaps a special guest who has not been named yet, a question, please line up in front of a microphone in an orderly fashion behind the projector.
All right.
Okay, so
Wonderful.
I'm Jenny. I do the writing, and I voice the main six and Apple Bloom and Spike.
All right, and I'm Griffin, and I also do the writing and the editing and the music. So, yay.
Yay!
And this is it. This is the whole crew.
So I guess the first question that comes not only from me but from several people is, why witchcraft? Why friendship is witchcraft, besides just the subplot with Pinky?
I think we just thought it was the funniest synonym for magic. It's just so inherently wrong for a kids show to have witchcraft in the title, but it still almost works, which is kind of on level with a lot of our jokes, where it would almost work for a kids show, but there's just something a little off and scary.
Yeah. Pretty much that. It's just funny sounding.
Yeah.
It's because,
There's not much really to the title.
so, how long have you guys known each other?
6,
Middle
7
school,
years.
high school.
High school.
We are just in
Yeah.
drama class and various classes, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I think that I speak not only for myself but plenty of other ponies when I am curious. Do you do voice acting professionally?
No, this was my first time voice acting for anything. That's why it's so rough in the first episode, and in my opinion, it gets better as I go.
So what do you guys, when you say it gets better, do you guys generally have a method that you use to try and, to refine your skills? Because it's very obvious as you watch the progression of Witchcraft that just it gets more and more refined. The characters kind of come more into their own as far as the voices and the delivery.
Yeah, I think it's just the result of practice. A lot of practice doing the episodes, and we got a better mic around episode 3, which I think a lot of people noticed.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything?
And in terms of improving over time, I mean, it's sort of subjective, really. Definitely each episode I think stands alone in a way, which is something we wanted to do. Some episodes, episode 3 is sort of a lot of just random non sequiturs, and it's kind of silly, and they go on adventures and stuff. And then an episode like episode 2 is all about subverting the plot and trying to change the original meaning of the episode to be something totally different, right? And so we just, we do an approach, and the Sweetie Belle one was our heartfelt episode, and, and we jump all around. And so as a result, I think people almost they're inclined to pick and choose favorite episodes, which I think is really strange.
Yeah, and people tend to have different ones they think are the bad episodes too,
Yeah.
and it's never consistent, so we aren't really sure
really
if there
weird,
are bad episodes.
We get strange feedback
Yeah.
and stuff. We always go I really
because it could be someone else's
I
favorite.
really liked how you wrote it in an episode, blah blah blah. And it's can't you do that again? And it's we just always do jokes that we find to be funny to ourselves. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it really does seem obvious that the heart of the humor in Friendship is Witchcraft is in the writing itself. And tell us a little bit more about the process. Is this a truly collaborative process between the two of you guys?
Yeah, we make a shared Google Doc, and we find online the transcript for the original episode, and then we italicize all those lines and just type in next to them whatever lines we think of. So the jokes that come to us and feel really strongly funny to us go in first, and then we fill in all the gaps around it, try to have a consistent story going.
Yeah, basically some jokes just jump right away, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we wanted.
Yeah.
What's a good example?
Episode 3, when Applejack says everyone has some aspect to their personality, and Rainbow
Right.
Dash is I don't.
So that's that was
right away.
the first joke we wrote, and then a lot of times it's the first 50% of the script is written in an hour, because you're just going through and you're reading the original lines and you're kind of thinking of funny ways to subvert that, and then as you're at that point, the episode is you can sort of see the whole piece that's coming together. And then it gets really hard because then you've got like 2 lines left. They have to be 10 syllables and then 8 syllables, and they have to like get the audience to this point in the narrative, and you have to rewrite a bunch of lines. So really, it's like at first it's really easy and fun, and then it's like those last 10 lines are like, oh no.
We have no
like,
ideas for
it
these.
doesn't make we didn't you can't get from this dialogue to this dialogue in these 2 lines, and it's sort of challenging.
By the way, I just want to make every point clear. If you want to do Q&A, we actually are starting to line up for that at any time you would like to.
I think we'll do more.
We're going to
do more Q&A than anything else, right?
Yeah, we're going to be doing that. Yeah, for the most of the panel, and so anybody wants to talk in the Q&A, please feel free to line up in an orderly fashion in the middle of the room.
Yep.
I think one of the things that I was going to ask is one of the things that sets Friendship is Witchcraft apart more than anything else is the fact that it's so musical and it's so it's so seamlessly musical. How much of the music is a joint process, and how much of it is just kind of something that is written independently?
Sort of the process is you watch the episode and you look at the part. It's supposed to be a musical segment, whatever it is, and then I will basically do a really rough cut of it, and I'll send it over to Jenny. And we'll try to maybe change the key of the song so she can, sing in whatever character voice she's doing. And then, like the writing, there's a shared Google Doc.
And we do the lyrics.
We just do the lyrics the same manner where, you think of lyrics. And a lot of times, when I'm writing the song, the melodies, I don't really know what the song is what the actual lyrics are going to be, just the melody. But there'll be like 1 or 2 phrases, like,
Yeah, usually the chorus
in Pinky's
or something
Brew,
is
it was,
planned.
watch as I work my gypsy magic, and then after that it's like, na 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 na. And then, Jenny will come along and be like, I have Newton cinnamon. And then, it flows. It actually just, works really well,
it works.
surprisingly.
So I'm assuming both of you have a penchant for wordplay at this point.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's definitely, we try to go for wordplay jokes first because I think they're super fun. Sort of hokey, but fun.
It's the truest form of humor, is the pun.
So, if I can ask, in what ways have the evolution of this still very nascent community shaped the way that you guys have developed this series? Like just the way that our own, My Little Pony fandom has grown and blossomed over the last, less than 2 years.
It definitely helped us decide we should do it.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
no
fun,
one wants to make a video
getting
no
that
one will
feedback
watch.
is really great. And,
we've thought in the past, like, we should do Code Lyoko abridged. Oh, but wait, no one will watch it.
No one will watch that. We still got Code Lyoko abridged, episode 1,
it's
down
coming
the
up.
pipeline.
Yeah. Watch for it.
But so obviously it's great, and we are obviously huge My Little Pony fans. From way back, season 1, episode 1, like we're the truest,
and I liked the old
truest
series
fans,
too.
and Jenny is an old generation fan.
Yeah.
So the My Little Pony, and the show does not lend itself to be abridged at all.
Yeah, because it's so funny, and that's why you have to do something so weird and different. Because
it's funny, and,
and
the animation's fluid.
Yeah.
And their hair's always jiggling up and down, and
Yeah.
all the other
But
abridged
it's not
series.
something you can make fun of because it's already clever and good and
exactly.
whimsical. So you just have to make it different, not like mock it.
Yeah. Can't go the old methods.
Yeah.
So if you guys are okay with it, we'll go ahead and start with the Q&A.
Yeah. There's
Okay.
a line. Yay.
There you go.
All right, let's go ahead and get started.
Cool. No, You'll just have to
while
shout
we're
them
figuring
at
that
us.
out, just come up here and
It
ask
works
the question.
great at BronyCon.
Just come up here.
Okay.
Ask the question.
Okay. All right. Take. Yeah.
Sure
Sure.
thing. Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna give it away. He's gonna
just
shout
gonna
something
get-
angry at us. No.
I just want to say that Rain Cloud is best pony.
So we've had our first confused fan. Rain Cloud is a rain cloud and not a pony.
Now,
Yeah.
So nice try, though.
Not anymore. Now she's dead.
She's gone. She's gone.
I think you guys are. I think there's a certain sentient biological organism that would be strongly objecting to that statement. That Rand Smith's pronoun.
Yep.
No, she's gone forever.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's not get too macabre.
Okay.
Yes.
How did the character Sweetie Bot evolve? How did you create her?
Okay, how did Sweetie Bot?
How did Sweetie Bot
If I
evolve?
recall correctly, that was a Facebook conversation way back during episode 2. That was, just after we finished episode 1, we started thinking of episode 2, and we started thinking of what we could do with the other characters, right? We already had ideas for, like, a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
And they sort of changed because the actual source footage doesn't match whatever, quirk we were going to give them. But,
Like we wanted Scootaloo to be like a homeless child or something.
there's no shots of her in cardboard boxes. So,
Not enough.
But at that time in the summer of 2011, no one liked Sweetie Belle. It's just she was the odd one out. She was sort of the boring one, I guess. Like now, people love Sweetie Belle, but at that time, there wasn't much love for the CMC at all. People hated them.
And Sweetie Belle particularly had no personality yet. She wasn't doing anything.
She was
just
singing,
the third
I guess,
one.
but so we just thought it would be really funny if she was just a robot. Inexplicably, and we were never ever going to even address it, and there was never, even Cheerily was never going to give a lecture about robot police. She would have just been a robot, and we would have never addressed the fact that she had a weird synthetic voice. But we ended up making it so it is part of equestrian lore that robots are around and dangerous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm curious, how do you choose which episodes to start with? Because I've seen you jump around and, once you choose an episode, you be careful because I can no longer watch the Cutie Mark Chronicle. No, not Cutie Mark Chronicle. Call of the Cutie.
Call of the Cutie.
No, it's always Sweetie Bot.
And what an interesting plot twist, right?
Yeah. We usually try for like dialogue-oriented episodes. Like for a while, we thought we would never do Last Roundup because of the chase scene, and we thought, if too much of what's going on is reliant on the things you're physically seeing, it can be hard to change the story of it. And I think now we just go for what characters we want to write for, and just write around whatever the action is.
Mostly, it has to do with like how you can subvert the plot in a big way, right? Like in the sleepover episode, completely different story than the original, right? So that's what made us want to do it because it was so funny. It jumped out of this like it could be like a misery situation, like you're trapped in a house, right?
Yeah.
And then like the Dragon Shy episode, we did that one because we thought that we needed to do an episode with every character, like in
that's also why we chose Perfect Swarm for the first one, because it had everyone. It was kind of a weird episode.
But then sometimes it's like you'll choose an episode because you have a funny, basically a funny premise. Like in the last roundup, we had the whole there's a bomb, right? Like Cherry Jubilee. Cherry Jubilee is not nice or whatever, and she's kidnapped Applejack, and so we kind of think of a funny premise like that, and that's I don't know.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, I was just wondering if either of you does Diamond Tiara or Silver Spoon.
Yes, I do them both.
Can you do it for us, please?
That is my water. All right.
All right. Sorry, you have to be loud to do Diamond Tiara. It's like we're gonna have so many snacks there that the Grand Galloping Gala is gonna look like the Donner Party. It's gonna be like Snack City. That's it. You should get Jenny to do lines. She can do them all.
Oh God.
Yes, please do it. First of all, congratulations for drawing a bigger crowd than the musicians did.
Yeah, that's a little...
that's pretty scary.
Of course, the schedule is weird, so I don't think anyone can take credit. I bet everyone here thought they were watching Smart Cookies right now.
We're not watching Smart Cookies. Did I miss Smart Cookies?
It's still happening. We're just going to dub the whole thing. Oh, sorry. What's your question?
Again, please do. So, typically, start to finish, idea, conception to completion, how long does it take you to complete an episode?
I would say it takes from the time the last episode's uploaded to the time the next episode is uploaded.
Yeah. Just constant.
We work at a constant rate,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say that we pour our heart and soul into it every single day.
Yeah, we don't start right away sometimes,
Yeah.
too. It's like a week of like, yay, the episode's out. Let's read comments for just a week. That's all we'll do. And like, you know.
And the comments are never nice.
It's a quote from the episode. Ah, that was a line. Good.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi. So, in your alternate continuity, you've got them in the war.
Right.
And then in the actual show, they show up in helmets in a trench. And you have Pinkie Pie being a gypsy, and then she shows up in a gypsy costume. Do you ever get the feeling that the writers of the actual show are watching your version?
Yeah.
Or just giving you scenes to use?
I wish that was the case, but probably not. Just based
I'm
on
actually
timing.
Lauren Faust in disguise.
And he certainly would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you pesky bronies.
I didn't have anything to do with season 2 though, so really I don't know why I
That's
revealed
true.
that
It's still
to
a
you all.
coincidence. Yeah.
I am Lauren Faust, which is not.
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer your question.
Like a lot of guys here, probably, it was the extended version of Pinky's Brew that really drew me into wanting to watch all of it. And I think a lot of us are really hoping there's going to be an extended version of Gypsy Bard out there someday soon.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, there will be.
It's
I'll say
happening.
there will be.
Thank you.
Should I talk a little about Gypsy Bard? I want to talk a little about the Gypsy Bard. Why it's not out, because it was supposed to be out. And there was supposed to be an extended version of Princess of the Night, too, and it just never came to occur. But, wow. Okay. But you may have noticed that the sound of the Gypsy Bard is really, really great. And Pinky's the mixing and the mastering, and the Pinky's Brew is really, really bad. And I heard this Russian version of Pinky's Brew, which I recommend checking out, right?
The Russian cover.
The Russian
by
cover
Lennox.
by Leonix or Lennox. And so I friended this guy on Skype, and I said, I love, your cover. I want you to do the Gypsy Bard, and it's amazing. And so I'm just sort of plugging Lennox right here. Go check out his stuff, and me and him are going to work on more music, hopefully, even not related to Friendship is Witchcraft, just random stuff. So, cool. Anyway, on with your question.
Hi, I would like to ask, how do you come up with the personalities of the characters?
I guess they develop over time. I mean, a lot of them we got right off the bat, like Fluttershy and Twilight, who's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think it's
Spike.
literally, it all has to do with the source footage that Fluttershy she's shown crushing an apple. So we thought,
and she looked mean when she did
and
it.
she looked
looked
really
angry.
mean. So we thought she's mean now.
Yeah.
And then
And Twilight has kind of big insect eyes. Something about the shape and the way they're always pointed makes her look a little out
you
of
mean
it all the
Rainbow
time.
Dash, Rainbow Dash.
No, Twilight.
Twilight?
She honestly,
I
these
thought you
these
meant-
big
you're right.
oval eyes
She
that are
does.
staring off into space. So she kind of just reminds me of a dumb stuffed animal. So, so that's kind of like that stuffed Twilight. She looks identical to that in the show. So that's kind of how she evolved. Is just a dumb, mean stuffed animal, like an evil Winnie the Pooh a little bit.
Well, it's a little harsh. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Griffin Lewis, I have a question I've been dying to ask
I'm
you.
scared of this because I know who you are.
It's funny you know who I am because I have no idea who you are. But you what, mate?
This is an in-joke, and no one's going to get it. But if you're watching right now, I say hi to the Skype call. Hello, Nighty and Poltron and all those guys. And I guess MLPG, hi.
Hello, giant Skype
Leth,
group.
everyone, Yay. I get your inside jokes. Now be gone.
No applause for him. Those were the rebels in the audience.
And PHN. Anyway, go on.
Okay, I'd just like to say the music is borderline genius in parts from just the lyrics, or especially what I'd like to say is the composition is really great, and I'm curious, do you play each instrument on its own, recorded, and then overlay them over each other, or do you use something like Ableton?
For all the songs, up till the Gypsy Bard, which was done by Lennox. I don't know how he did it. But up to that point, I just use Logic, and I just use the piano roll. I don't even have a keyboard that can plug into a computer. So I just plug in the notes on the piano roll. But I write all the songs on a piano beforehand. And yeah, I could go on for days about like how they're like the mentality behind the composition. But as far as the mixing, I'm really bad at it, and I just use Logic and some sounds, some I don't really like. I'm not in love with electronic music. I love like the real sounding instruments. So I use a lot of synthetic instruments, like synthetic flutes and stuff. But none of them sound quite as good as the real thing, right? But, so I don't know if that answered your question.
Yeah, it did.
Thank you. Great, thank you.
I was just wondering if there was a reason for the difference in like why the color was so bright in episode 7. Why I noticed that and it's like, hey, this looks different.
Did we get it from a different source? Possibly?
Yeah, it could be. Like sometimes they have watermarks on the episodes, and usually you can use the iTunes rip, but then sometimes they're
I mean, buy it from iTunes.
There's sometimes they're like it's like
Purchase
in the
it.
.mkv format, and sometimes my Final Cut doesn't like that. So maybe it's just the source.
We didn't tweak it ourselves, but it's
Yeah.
probably from a different place.
Yeah.
So, so
Thank
good
you.
eye.
He's one smart cookie. Get it?
Oh.
I like that. That's right. Okay, first I just want to say that when I first started watching Friendship Witchcraft, I was like, oh, what is going on? I kept hearing about it on YouTube and everything. And then when I saw Rarity getting into the covers with the bedtime song, that pulled me in. That really just pulled me in. And then I really want to say awesome for your G1 references for Lord Schmooze. Lord Schmooze. And I just want to say, what is your influence on G1? Like, how did G1 kind of bring that about? And are we going to hear any more, maybe more G1 references in the future? Or?
I'm really big on G1 references, and I like push for them all the time because I'm a big fan of the old generations, and that's why I'm into Friendship is Magic, because I heard about the show coming because I'd been collecting ponies forever. And I was like, this is going to be good. I'm so excited. I didn't know it was going to get like a lot of fans, but yeah, I definitely like to reference back to the old shows, kind of like in this naive hope that old gen fans are also watching, which I don't think is the case. I guess, okay, if you like the old series.
Yeah, I'm a Gen 1 fan too.
Originally, actually, Twilight's daydream in the first episode, instead of like a flashback of her false memory with Spike, it was going to just be cut away to the sea ponies.
To the sea ponies.
Yeah, and that not really makes sense. She just had this vision
She
of the
had a
sea
random
ponies, and then
thought.
it cuts back to her gasping, like, we can't let that happen. But yeah, Griffin was like, we showed it to a couple people, and they didn't really get it. They're like, oh, what is this scene? So we cut it, and I think what we ended up going with was funnier anyway, but I try to push for references and shout-outs to the old show because that's what really got me into ponies.
I think, isn't Princess Sparkle an actual name of a pony?
Yeah, it is. It's one of the princess ponies. Go figure. Yeah. So, lots of shout-outs.
I just want to say one more thing. Sweetie Bot is best pony.
Oh, whoa, that was a really good Sweetie Bot, too.
She's not a pony. She's
a robot.
I don't understand you
We
people.
got the laptop. Got
Do
the
you want
laptop.
to?
Sweetie Bot.
So it's interesting you mentioned that because, well.
See if it works.
Testing. Cutie Mark Acquisition Program. Hooray! Anyone like line request? Space. Gotta go to space.
There you go.
You want to take a question first? We do a quick question first.
In character questions.
Yeah, we were gonna do like line requests too. 'Cause people love.
Yeah, people can do line requests.
If anyone has any questions or line requests for best biological organism, then,
Or for any of the characters, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Okay. I have two questions now. Will you answer my question with the robot voice?
Yes.
And which character is the most fun to make stuff up for, like jokes?
Do the sweet offer.
Twilight. Sparkle.
Easily.
I like Rainbow Dash a lot too. I think in recent episodes she's had a lot of good lines. Like she's just so dumb, and a lot of people are really angry. I guess they all are. No, but a lot of people are angry about the Rainbow Dash one in particular. Like she's my favorite pony, and the whole joke is just that she's an idiot. But like I don't know, she kind of is, so it's funny. Like, yeah, a lot of Rainbow Dash haters.
My question is, are we ever going to hear more about Smooze or the Robot Police?
Yes.
Probably in
Smooth
some
at least.
weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, we have ideas of how to bring these back, but we are, not clairvoyant or whatever, right? Like we can't see into the future. We don't know what episode is going to be the next one or the next one, right? So when it comes to a big overarching plot, we can't plan anything out. It's just impossible. So Smooth may return if we see an episode and we're like, oh, this will be funny. This can be smooth. If you watch season 2 or season 1, you can see some moments where you're like, oh, I could see how this could be smooth or something like that. But
yeah, although one funny thing, I don't know if people have thought of it yet, but there is now not going to be another eclipse in the near future, so that's going to be a long wait for Rarity and Fluttershy for the next eclipse to do the ritual.
And
so.
the yearly solar eclipse isn't going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. Smooth could be trapped in another dimension now. So. Yeah.
Before anything, is this going live right now?
I don't know. Hello, camera.
I'm sure it's that's a dangerous question.
That is an affirmative.
It wasn't at BronyCon.
Okay.
All right. Before I even ask this, I guess I should ask if I'm allowed to ask about the Mentally Advanced series.
Sure.
God, there's so much I can ask about. What do you think about your series, like compared to their series? What do you think of their series?
We get this a lot, right?
It's a loaded question.
The two series.
They're very different.
I think they're so different that I don't get when people compare them.
His is sort of more of like a parody of the series, where ours is like different. So I mean, I think it's a little pointless to like directly
They do some
compare.
similar things, but I think just the style of humor, it's like quick fire, like rapid dialogue exchanges, which can be really funny, right? Versus like surrealist humor. They're just different.
It's like apples and oranges. So apple jam, and oranges. Okay.
Yeah.
Pass and apples!
Yay!
That's it.
Okay.
I'm actually wondering what was the inspiration behind Luna's character in the series, because it seems with the references of like her music when she comes in and the shipping with Yossi, and most notably probably where she's lying in a pile of spaghetti, that is kind of poking fun at the community a bit. I'm just wondering what was the inspiration for her to develop that way.
I don't know about the pony community, but she's definitely making fun of just like internet culture and like a certain type of nerd.
type of person.
Like just sort of a naive, like it wasn't meant to be mean. It's kind of a sweet, innocent nerd that you're meant to feel bad for. She's just so unfortunate, and everyone is so mean to her, and you know. So I don't think it was meant to be hateful or anything.
Yeah, and I think we're really inspired for like the voice and stuff. There's this video called Taka's Scar, Part 1 and 2.
It's a kid reading his Lion King fan fiction, and he sounds very awkward, and he's got some mysterious European accent.
He's got a Bulgarian accent.
Yeah, Bulgarian.
So
that was what Luna
really
was based
funny.
roughly on.
So if you find that video, you'll hear like this is.
It's
like,
oh, it's Luna. I'm hearing Luna. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, let's see if I can do this. Okay. I wanted to know about the eye candy joke.
Okay.
Everyone does. Yeah. Well, you want to take it? You've answered it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, basically, there's no joke really to get. It's not an inside joke or a reference.
Oh, it wasn't. I thought it was
It's not
a
an
reference.
inside joke.
No.
Surprisingly enough, we like the idea of like again, it's a surrealist. It's ultimately like a surrealist comedy, right? So you've got these characters, and they say talk about eye candy the first time, and it kind of makes sense. They say talking about eye candy another time, and it kind of makes sense. But these characters aren't talking to each other.
So you start to go like, how would she know to say that? She wasn't there.
Only
what
the
universe is
viewer,
this?
like only the spectator, understands that it's really strange that they said the same phrase, all the ponies, in different circumstances.
And it gets more warped as it goes. Like, you're in the eye candy of the storm.
Like,
and it's just.
There's
like,
no motivation for her to say that other than, like, a spectator is watching and would be weirded out by this fact.
Yeah.
So,
no, I've watched this show. I've watched it like all the way through multiple times now.
Good.
And every time I watch it, I always wonder, and I notice all of the comments asking, what does it mean?
I guess it was too complicated. Like, I think you see that kind of stuff in stuff like Arrested Development. They do show.
Yeah, they have
do
a lot of
jokes
callbacks like that, and you're just supposed to be unnerved by it a little.
Yeah, okay.
So, good. It works. They're unnerved. That's perfect.
All right. I was wondering, there's a number of visual effects in the show.
Mhm.
Like, what comes to my mind is the headphones that Luna is wearing
Oh,
when
those
she,
look really good.
she
Yeah.
appears. That was really good. I was wondering how you do that effect and whether or not you're...
I did the effects from episodes 1 to 5, and then after that, they were kind of complicated, and I said, oh, I gotta have to, or I still was planning on doing them, but it would be painstaking. And one day I was on this like chat room, and this guy named Vrex said he was a huge fan, and that he's a Flash animator, and he made those videos of the cars. It's like Fluttershy steals a Trans Am or something, like, those videos, right? And I was like, oh, those look really good. He's like, could you do headphones? And then he said, yeah. And then he did the tentacle monster, and so I've just got a guy for that.
Yeah, we outsource it.
Pretty popular guy, almost more popular than we are.
Have either of you seen some of the fandom elements based off of your show, such as the SweetieBot, Tumblr-esque blog, or other such things?
Yeah, we follow that.
Yes.
It's really cute. It's not like show official, but it's really cute and well done.
It's really awesome. Any fan stuff like that, again, like, we're not part of it, so we don't write it. We can't. It's not part of like the canon or whatever you want to call it. But like SweetieBot replies is really fun, and whenever we see people drawing like Pinky brewing a cauldron, it's always really awesome.
Yeah.
If you draw fan art, we will reblog it because like.
Yeah, we see like all of it.
We
so.
pretty much will see it.
We
so,
Google, in DeviantArt, like Friendship is Witchcraft, and try to find it all. So there isn't that much. We'll see it.
During episode 3, it was like the first fan art came out. Someone drew. I forget what it was.
I don't remember the first one.
It was like, it was a diamond in the rough thing, and we were like, this is so awesome. And then now, if you do that on DeviantArt or whatever, you'll just get pages and pages of SweetieBot mostly.
Yeah, it's all SweetieBot and like Gypsy Pie,
which is awesome, but it's
So you have an official Tumblr?
We both have official Tumblrs.
It's not a Friendship is Witchcraft official. It's just our individual
our
ones.
Tumblrs.
Yeah. So.
We don't we're not going to plug ourselves. So.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Perhaps the most important question: who is best pony?
Ooh.
Like our favorite.
Our personal
from
favorite.
Witchcraft or from the actual
Your
show?
personal favorite.
I like Rarity from Friendship is Magic. I think she's hilarious. Look at him booze. Yeah, I think the voice work on her is really funny, and she's just cute looking, and I like it.
And I'm gonna say like Rarity. Yeah, it's the same. It's a boring because we have the same answer every time.
You like Pinkie Pie.
I do like
She likes
Pinkie Pie
Pinkie
too.
Pie.
She's funny.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But they're all the best ponies.
Applejack is also really good. Yeah. Boo. He's just booing no matter what I say.
Friendship is Witchcraft is probably some people's in the room favorite fandom phenomenon. What are some of your guys' favorite, entities, alternate universes, whatever?
From the fandom or from
Yeah,
anything?
yeah.
Okay.
Moonstock, stuff that's known entities.
I
Oh, that's tough.
It's tough.
Tumblrs you follow that you really like?
Yeah, I mean
anything. You have time?
we're not so much part of the I don't know.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, we're definitely part of the fandom, but maybe in a different way.
Yeah, I don't read fanfic. I think that's what he means. I don't really read fanfic. We watch some fan shows.
I don't know how many fan shows like the Dot Move series.
I think the Ask the Cutie Mark Crusaders person is insanely good.
That person.
Just everything
right.
he or she
I was gonna
makes
say,
is really good.
I love the animation of the Dot Move series. It's so cool.
Okay.
A lot of really good
cool that
visual
he's here,
jokes
and he's got a lot.
Yeah, he's here. He's later tonight.
His art style is really, really great. And the musicians, I love Replacer is one of my favorite musicians, and
So good.
it's there's
Mando Ponies.
Mando
really
Ponies
good.
great. Yeah, I'm trying to think of others. I really like Icky. Icky is here.
Yeah. Tarby is good.
Just random names.
Thanks, guys.
Name dropping.
Oh,
yeah, thank
and
you.
Jay Carlson, the person who does all the ska covers of our songs.
He's a really good voice.
Really, really great.
Is there any pony in the show that you just can't stand to be in the show?
Twist.
Twist.
Knew it!
Yeah. I think the best thing is Friendship is Witchcraft Twist is the same because Twist is like she's already awful enough that she is a joke.
She fits
Like,
right in the universe.
Yeah.
Is there any reasons exactly why?
Twist is
Just
the worst?
just a
Have you
gross
seen her?
character. What does she do right? No, yeah, just she's kind of like gross looking character design and like a voice that grates on your ears.
I mean, she's not quite as bad as
Bad
Spike,
personality. No.
but I'm kidding now.
Even Apple Bloom didn't want to stick around and be her friend. Yeah. So.
All right,
I'm
thank-
sorry if she's your favorite.
No,
like it
no,
looks
no,
like
no,
you're
no, no,
becoming
no.
crushed like right now.
Looks like you're a Twist
No.
fan.
Twist fan.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
What is the best reaction that you've gotten from family or friends?
There was a video of like I want to say it was in like Sweden or something. Someone had videoed a pony meet where everyone was just like off key singing like Pinky's Brew. And that was really weird because you see people do that with winter wrap ups. So you're like, this is what it feels like. So like that was cool. I mean, it's kind of a brony staple is like the off key group singing that's just really fun and powwowish. So yeah, I thought that was cool.
Two kind of funny stories. Well, one is that like. So I have an older and younger brother, right? And my older brother was always like, "Oh, this pony show is stupid." Like he thought it was like a big joke where we just make fun of the show.
And now you're famous.
Right. Well, yeah. But anyway, but like he was like, "Oh, that's so stupid." And we were doing the Friendship is Witchcraft, and he was like, "Oh, he didn't want to watch it. He didn't want to watch it." And he finally watched it, and he loved it. And I think the greatest thing was I was just like on the computer. He's in the other room. And he just starts like cracking up. He's like, appling hook. Like Applejack's gadget in episode 3 was the appling hook.
In her action profile.
He thinks that's the funniest joke for some reason. My other story isn't quite related to Friendship is Witchcraft, but it's related to Friendship is Magic, and I think it's really, really funny, is we have a friend. And he's a closeted brony, right? He's clearly in the stable.
We can say his name live right now.
Obviously I'll use very code words, but funniest thing is, so he's part of the
He's like sweating.
He's part of
right
the Air
now
Force
somewhere.
Academy, right? So doing that, obviously you got a reputation. You can't say stuff like that. But he comes home, and he's really like into the brony stuff. But he's obviously embarrassed about it. He doesn't want anyone to know he's a brony. So we're driving along or whatever, and he says the phrase 20% cooler. And then, me and my other friend, Chase, we just snap around and we're like, you said 20% cooler. You watched the show. And he's like, no. And they were like, but you said 20% cooler. You said that thing needs to be 20% cooler. That's the exact line. It's like, 20% cooler is military slang.
And he has a Reddit posting exclusively
and he wears,
in the pony
like,
section.
the new Lunar Republic T-shirt. And whenever I'm around, I'm like, "What's that T-shirt?" And he's like, "It's an inside joke. You wouldn't get it." And it's like,
oh, this question's for Jenny, because I know in one of your interviews you said that when you were voicing certain characters, you tried like one line to get in character.
Yeah.
Like use like Twilight Sparkle's balloon for Applejack
Yeah,
or something
for
like that. Yeah. What other lines do you use for all the other characters, especially Luna's? I was
For
really curious
Luna's,
about that.
it's like a room reference. For Luna's, I go, "Oh, hi, Twilight Sparkle," and then it's like, so that's Luna. Spike, it's him like whining, like Twilight. That's pretty much half of his lines anyway. So you just do that. And Twilight is her Celestia letter. It's Dear Princess Celestia, and Applejack is It's Twilight Sparkle's balloon, and I can't think of the others. I have a lot. Rainbow Dash is just whoa, and Apple Bloom is It's not fair. It's just not fair, and
there's Rarity, right?
Oh, and Rarities. Oh, Twilight Sparkle. So you have to do the sassy hand. It's part of it. But yeah, so that's about it. That's all I can think of. I may have missed one. Oh, and Fluttershy is okay. So yeah, thank you.
Are there any lines from the show that just stick with you guys, and you find yourself saying that in character? You know, and if you could say it for us.
I think there's definitely some lines that we really like.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're always the same lines that the fans really like.
One of my favorites is the Dear Princess Celestia, you've got to check out this ball.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to check this ball out.
I think,
Yeah.
do you think spiders can dream? Is one of my favorite non sequiturs.
Yeah.
And another spider-related thing, one of my favorite things I love in episode 6 is when they said, "Oh God, they tipped over the bowl. The spiders are escaping." Right?
Yeah.
Like, I love this idea that there's a bowl of killer spiders.
It's like containing
and
them
it's just
somehow.
precariously just in the middle of the town. And if it gets knocked over,
They all
spiders
walk
will
around
start
it
attacking
like,
people.
You think about that.
Stay away from that bowl. It's dangerous. I really like just Spike like, I'm too dumb and fat. It's one of my favorites.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Yeah. Feel free to ask a question.
Yeah. There's no one left. That's it. Panel over.
I noticed you guys hide a lot of fun little quotes and like group scenes, background characters whispering stuff. Any good ones we might have missed or just memorable ones? Because I'm sure I've missed a bunch myself.
Cheerilee's whole monologue in
Shirley
episode
has
4 is really funny.
And I don't think it ever. It's just a hilarious monologue about her
Yeah.
ex-husband. It's really funny. I don't think it's been uploaded fully anywhere. But it's
Yeah, we
really
should do
great.
that, like on Tumblr or something.
Like one of our favorite characters, I think, is just
Yeah.
Carrot Pony. It's really idiotic.
Yeah.
You know,
And
and
Pony Mike does a lot of really funny lines in the
Yeah.
background, like that. I just followed the crowd, like in this really crazy voice that no one can duplicate. So.
I think.
There are about 900 people watching on the live stream
No
right now.
way.
We have a question from the live stream.
Okay.
They want to know. So, yeah, they want to know when is Discord coming to Friendship is Witchcraft.
Okay, so.
Possibly next episode.
Yeah, we'll see. So, what's weird because we decided for fun we would do sort of mix it up and do these shorts, right? The shorts
Yeah.
are taking some time. This one was a mess, but we still, we're gonna fix it up and upload it soon. But we have another short that's gonna come out in quick succession, and probably another one. And
Yeah.
the next short does have.
It's part of that episode.
It's part of the Discord episode. So
and we also want to do some
Yeah.
villain-oriented jokes.
we want to have some villains involved,
Yeah.
and we were trying to think of how to do that without again it's so hard because it's like we really want to do this, but there's no clips from the show of the
Yeah.
all the villains forming a Legion of Doom,
Like,
right?
yeah.
And so we could do some really complex animation or something like that. But yeah, I don't know how. I honestly don't know when Discord's going to come.
Thank
you. But soon, we want to do it. We have some ideas. Thank you, live stream. Look, the camera's there.
I have a question. I've noticed, and I sort of mentioned this, but the show is fairly clean for internet standards, and especially from what I haven't seen many other abridged series, but from what I've heard, it's cleaner than most. I'm curious what inspires that, and I really appreciate it because, especially to keep it inside of the Friendship is Magic kind of world, it's nice.
Yeah, I guess we just try for really nice sound and editing.
I think we don't like
Yeah.
dirty jokes. We don't
Yeah.
like.
Oh, I thought you meant quality for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah.
You mean
Okay,
the
yeah,
humor,
we
right?
like to
Why
keep
is
it
it
PG.
good?
I feel like Pony's cussing is such like
It's-
an obvious
yeah.
joke. And I know that also, like, Ponies is something a kid is more likely to see. And it's something that I know the show creators object to seeing anything too dirty. And, I'm not trying to slam
Right.
people that do those jokes
Right.
because I've seen a lot of really funny ones like
I
that.
think-
But, yeah, we try to keep it clean.
That kind of brings me to a question I was wanting to ask for this panel is,
Okay.
what is your guys' opinion and reaction to the fact that people from DHX Media have actually watched your series in its entirety and enjoyed it thoroughly?
That's awesome.
That's really mind-blowing.
Yeah, I know.
And obviously really
I
strange.
can't believe that.
And,
I'll take your word for
I
it.
think Daniel Ingram commented on the Art of the
Yeah,
Mattress
Art of the Mattress, the
song,
Gru
and that was a
upload
lot
of
fun.
it.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Um,
I don't know how to respond to that kind of question. Like, obviously it's amazing.
Yeah, it's
a
really,
great-
really cool.
Great
It's
feeling.
like crazy that people are seeing it online.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's great.
I'm glad they
That's the
enjoyed it,
answer.
and I hope they are aware of who we are.
Hello.
Hello.
So, my question is to Griffin, and I know that you're an aspiring musician, and I just wanted to know how long you've been playing instruments, and I wanted to know what instruments you do play.
I play one instrument, the piano, and I don't play it that well. I took piano lessons when I was very young, and my piano teacher quit because I was not improving in my skill level. Like, it had been a year, and she said I still couldn't play the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So she just quit. And we had a piano lying in her house for a long, long time.
Do you two collaborate on the songs that you write, or is it just you?
I do the lyrics, and then he does the entire tune and whatever.
It's hard for two people, I think, to collaborate.
And
on
I'm not that
tune.
I like music. I'm not that good at creating it, so.
Yeah, but I'm basically more or less like self-taught, and I just got into a mode of songwriting. I'm more interested in songwriting than learning to play songs, and it's a little weird because people are like, oh, you're this guy. I'm sure you can play a lot of songs on the piano because you can play Pinky's Brew and stuff. It's like I can only play Pinky's Brew. I can't play anything else. But I'm always writing songs. I have like 100 little songs that I've written, and I'm going to try to do something with them at some point in time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Rarity hat. Cool.
What's your favorite part about making the show? Like the music, the jokes, or like whatever?
That's tough.
I think the joke. I think
yeah,
the jokes
writing
are
the
really,
jokes
really
probably.
fun. And the problem is sometimes we have so many joke ideas. Well, in our script, we'll write out the joke. Maybe one of us comes up with a joke.
And we put like a double slash and then more jokes.
Do a double slash. Like this could be the line, or it could be this, or it could be this.
And it gets kind of complicated.
And
sometimes.
oftentimes we record them all.
Yeah,
because
and then just cut them. Yeah.
We're not sure if they'll match the lip sync properly.
Yeah, so we did that unreleased lines, like line alternatives video. That was just a huge collection of all the stuff we had cut. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I really think that my favorite joke in the show is Carrot Top and everything she has to say.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious about what's behind that and any inspiration that might have gone into that, because I think the voice is hilarious.
I think it literally started with Carrot Top was in the first episode. Again, it's
with
all,
the silly voice.
And she, in the episode, she says, like, like
we couldn't fit it all in.
Just like all
right.
cute
really
sounding.
Depressed. So we thought it'd be funny and do the background characters, and that that we would have just like a male voice, and it would be really as stupid as possible.
Yeah.
And then weirdly, like, we didn't think that would be a big thing. And then, like, in
she
every
keeps
episode,
popping up.
And Carrot Pony is in like all the other episodes.
Yeah.
And so we call her Carrot Pony too. We don't call her Carrot Top.
Yeah. It's a comedian's name. Carrot Pony is just funnier and cuter.
Carrot Pony. There's nothing really to it. Just this is the dumbest voice ever.
So she just says things to reflect her dumb voice. Do the
parties are for.
Yeah.
Carrot Pony. Parties are for grown-ups too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Pushing haze really hard.
Hi, so first of all, I have to say I absolutely love Friendship is Witchcraft. It's brilliant.
Thank you.
So in it, I noticed you have like the robot police, fashion police, magic police, and candy police. Why so many police? And what other ones are we going to see?
It's a military state.
Do you not like
Ponyville.
justice?
Yeah, it's important. They need to keep everything in line.
Do you think crime sleeps?
Someone's got to regulate that stuff. So.
Okay. Oh, and will we be seeing more giant hats?
I think if we ever do the episode with the
Sweden Elite,
the Sweden Elite
which
episode,
we probably will
it's already
do
written
because
itself.
it's such a perfect episode to do.
It'll just be the word giant hats. Every line.
That's the whole script.
Episode.
Yeah, just in increasingly snooty voices. So really good.
Okay,
thank you.
Well, hi guys. So my question is, has there ever been any talk about maybe collaborating with another person, maybe like Fim Flam philosophy? Like doing Little Worlds Collide kind of thing, maybe? I think you guys together.
I don't think we'll ever collaborate with anyone like
just
on that level, like a cross series kind of thing. I don't
just
think
because
so.
when series have different styles, sometimes combining it doesn't make it funnier. It just makes each different half work less.
Yeah.
So
I mean, sometimes we'll ask people like, hey, do you want to be part of our, like, you want to join our little team?
Yeah, we like getting guest voices and just like
guest
people we know, like, hey,
fun.
come on and do a voice. Yeah.
You know, again, it's one of those things where like we're just trying to have fun. And we're just making, the second it stops becoming fun, we'll just stop doing it, right? Because we're not doing it out of an obligation to anyone, right? We're just trying to have fun. Right. And, it'd be great to, like, collaborate with some people if it were fun, right? But if we're, ultimately, like, if we want to collaborate with someone, we want someone to do a line, we'll just ask a friend. Because that friend would really love to do a line for the thing, and they've never been in. It's just it's I think a better solution.
Yeah, we try to like do casting videos too, not be totally unfair, but it depends on time crunches too. So, but yeah, we do like working with other people. It just we network sometimes and try to find people.
Thanks, guys.
Hey,
Thank you.
I just want to let all you guys know that we're about out of time. So just we're going to take questions from who's up right now and probably wrap it up.
And I think we should do line requests because I know people love line requests.
Oh yeah. We've got time for that. Definitely have time for
All right,
that.
2 more questions.
All right. I was going to say, I know that everyone knows about Lord Schmooze and how he's been an ongoing joke in the show. And I was just wondering, he died out in the last episode, like you didn't have him included with the Fluttershy bit. And I was wondering if he was just a joke that had been overused and was dying out, or if he is going to have a return to the series.
He might return if the footage calls for it. It is Schmooze, though. Everyone says Schmooze.
Not Schmooze. We're talking about Fluttershy's tentacle monster that came out of the house?
Just in general, the Schmooze idea and
here's the thing.
Fluttershy together.
Again, we don't even make it clear that Schmooze is real.
She could be lying to everyone.
Fluttershy is like L. Ron Hubbard, right? It's kind of like she's this. I'm not trying to burden anyone. I'm just saying she is this sort of weird cult leader. The thing she's saying could be true, or she could have just made it up to manipulate people.
Yeah, or she could believe it, and it could still not be true.
So clearly, in episode 6, she's trying to bake a portal because if Gypsy can do it, then so can she. She doesn't like Pinkie Pie.
All right.
And
we don't know the purpose of the portal.
But she failed. Pinkie used low quality ingredients for her portal, and the parents are coming back all strange.
Young
and now Fluttershy probably used like the Russian translation of the song, and you've got the tentacle monster that came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not. No one is good at witchcraft. The spells aren't working.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, this last question is actually another question from our live stream viewers. Wave to the live stream because they all can see you right now. There we
it's
go.
Like the Muppets, everyone's
all right.
yelling.
And this question is they would like to know, what are your comedic influences? Because a lot of people have pointed out that a lot of your humor seems to be rather British at times.
I would say I really like. No, yeah, we
That's
would say
what they're
Arrested
saying.
Development.
I'm just passing
probably.
the message along.
I think Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
That's one of our biggest influences.
Yeah. And we like British humor in the sense of like all the Ricky Gervais series are really
Ricky
funny.
Gervais is funny.
But I don't think you would count as an influence because it is such a different type of humor. Like it's more dry. We're more like just campy and kind of dumb.
It's
and
weird. Yeah, I think I love I love Sheep in the Big City. That's a show that just loves to make puns. The whole show, it's just every pun. You can tell they were really proud of it when they came up with it, and they're just throughout the whole thing. And I sort of like that because it's so innocent to make these little stupid puns that just make you cringe. But yeah, mostly I don't even watch that much. Like, we don't watch other abridged series that much. I don't think.
I've seen the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, really funny. But I don't think we're trying to make ours like any of the successful ones. Like, I think it's just more our own thing.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I didn't say abridged. I said British.
Yeah, British, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, I wouldn't say ours is like a British style of humor, although I do think that kind of humor is really funny.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, live stream. Just clap really loud into the mic. Cool. Okay. So, are we out of time?
We're almost out of time. We're just going to take a couple really quick line requests because we know that's what you guys are waiting for. So just pop up a hoof if you want to
say anything.
Yes, have say it.
Oh my God. Huh?
Yep.
Non-singing request.
No singing.
Okay.
Yeah, anyone. Man,
you pick someone.
Face.
Yeah. You want to pick people?
Jenny do Twilight reading a newspaper?
Oh, yeah. I did that for like a live stream.
Yeah. This is a great newspaper.
Twilight's reaction noises are my favorite. Okay, standing up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, aren't you looking as cute as a wheelbarrow?
Okay. Okay, in the aisle. Do it. Is it still on? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Set phasers to hug.
Okay. I don't know who to pick. How about Sweetie Belle Rockstar? Okay. Well, Princess of the Night have extended.
Yeah.
We had one in progress. It's on indefinite hold now.
It's on
I think.
indefinite hold.
So maybe it'll be fun.
I think if you look through my Tumblr, you can find like a 6-minute.
Yeah, like an extended
It was gonna
instrumental.
be like 6 minutes long. It was gonna
Yeah.
be long, but it's basically on indefinite hiatus.
Yeah.
So.
Now we got Gypsy Bard. You pick
You
your
in
phone.
the yellow shirt here.
What is it? Oh, okay. I didn't learn anything. Okay.
Oh man.
Huh? Oh.
Who's that pretty lady?
Okay. In the front? Oh, okay. I always liked rainbows and all. Oh, I don't even remember the whole line. Oh my god.
It's 2 words.
No. Okay.
And rainbow! Dash rainbow, dash rainbow, rain dash, rain dash dash.
Okay. It's 2 words.
Guys, we're unfortunately we're about out of time here.
We're out of time.
But
Just come find us. We'll be walking around
I
all
want to
weekend.
say
We'll be over there.
a very
Yeah, we didn't
warm
get
thank
anyone
you
over there.
to
Yes.
Sureclop Phones. Thank you so much for coming to Everfree Northwest.
Yay!